Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm coming back at you guys with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my favorite drugstore slash affordable products for beginners. So if you guys are beginners in makeup and you're trying to figure out what you could buy to practice, then this is your video. This is the perfect video for you guys. Before we get on with the video, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell down below. So without further ado, let's get on with the video, guys. Hey guys, what is up? How are you today? If you are new to this channel, hello, my name is Sophia, and if you are a oldie but a goodie, welcome back to my channel. So a DM from one of my subscribers, and she was just like, hey, have you ever done a drugstore starter kit for beginners? Because she's getting into makeup. So I was just like, you know what, let me just pick out my favorites, talk about it, do my face on here so you guys can see how the products perform. And if you are just getting into makeup and you do not want to spend a lot of money, then you're watching the right video, okay? So I have some of my affordable drugstore products in here that I just wanted to, you know, talk about and mention. I didn't even do my brows, y'all, so we're gonna talk about the whole full face of makeup that is going to be budget friendly. It's gonna be friendly with your wallets. If you're just practicing with makeup, just starting with makeup, and you don't wanna, you know, spend too much, I got you, girl. We're gonna do this. Let me just push back my hair. Now, if you are oldie and you've been watching my videos, you know that I love a good Morphe pencil in Java. So I've been using the Morphe pencil in pretty much all my videos. This is one of my favorite brow pencil. Now I have another option for you that's also one of my favorite inexpensive drugstore brow pencil, and this is my L'Oreal Definer Stylist. Is it? Brow Stylist Definer in the shade dark brown. So these two are this like life to me. We're gonna do the L'Oreal Definer one in dark brown. So what I like to do, I like to just brush all my hairs up. As you can see, my brows is very fine. So I don't have a lot of hair, you know what I mean? And what I like about this pencil, honestly, is that it's a nice cool tone brown. It doesn't have any warmth in it, which I like. I hate to see a really brown brow on a brown girl, unless your hair is that color, if that makes sense. If your hair is dark, your brow should be like a cool tone brown, okay? In my opinion. Just flick it upwards. Now let me show you one of my two favorite concealers from the drugstores at the moment. I have the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer, which is one of my favorites. Like, I don't know, like this is my favorite. I just love how it just applies on the skin. Super natural, it's creamy, it's easy to blend out. I really love this concealer. It's really good. And if you want something that's full coverage but still affordable, then I would say the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. And a little goes a long way with this concealer as well. For now, we're going to take my Milani Conceal and Perfect. I didn't even mention the color. I apologize, guys. It's in Natural Sand. I feel like it's almost close to my skin tone, but it has a little bit of a brightness in it because it has a yellow undertone to it. I'm very neutral in my undertone at the moment, so anything that has that really nice golden yellow, I welcome it in my skin. Let's conceal the brows, y'all. Take a sponge and just blend out the edges a little bit, especially on top. Oh, Oh, and I forgot to mention that with the L'Oreal brow stylist definer, get it at Amazon. It's cheaper on Amazon than it is in the drugstore. I noticed that I paid a little bit less. Okay, so now we're done with the brows finally. We are going to prime the lids. If you're starting out with makeup, you honestly don't need to buy a eye base. I haven't used an eye base in years, okay? I just use my concealer. It works for me and it just saves money. So if you're in a budget, you could definitely skip that. I'm gonna go back in with my Milani Conceal and Perfect. Guys, I don't know how much I could tell you guys how much I love this stuff. Like, I love this concealer. I had to buy a backup one. So you know how much I'm in love with this concealer. And then you're gonna go back in with your sponge. Now with sponges, if you wanna buy a really good sponge, definitely check out Morphe sponges. They're $8. They're my favorite inexpensive sponges. I am obsessed with their sponges. This is the highlight and contour sponge I'm using at the moment. I'm sorry and I'm embarrassed that it looks like this, but you know how much I love it because I'm using it all the time. Another favorite sponge of mine, I love Real Techniques. Real Techniques sponges are superb. I think that's the only two sponges that I'm like obsessed with. My lids are primed. Now to set everything, like my lids, this is the step that I like to do. I like to set my entire lids with loose powder, and the loose powder that I love to use is the Fit Me loose powder. It's amazing. Like, honestly, I've tried this powder versus a higher end powder. This always wins for me. It's really hard to find a good setting powder, especially if you're a woman of color, but when you do, girl, amazing. I used to use medium deep. I feel like medium deep is a shade where it's just exactly my skin tone, so I like to use that on days when I'm not wearing foundation, if I'm just doing concealer and then just setting where I concealed. Or I just recently bought the medium shade, which is a shade lighter, just so I can have like that nice brightness for underneath the eyes when I use it, because I felt like the medium deep didn't give me any brightness. I usually take my sponge like this. Let me just show you, and then I kind of just set it all over the lids. Look at that. So you see the difference? Tell me if you see the difference. See how smooth this is? And look at this. I just have to show you. It just smooths everything out. Okay, now we're going in with eyeshadow. So we're gonna go zoom into the eyes. I have a lot of affordable eyeshadows. I don't know. I'm really obsessed with, I'm gonna say Morphe again, but Morphe eyeshadows are the bomb.com and they are affordable. Another bomb.com eyeshadows are NYX eyeshadows are the bomb.com. Elf recently came out with their bite size eyeshadows, which I've been loving. So I have a few right here. I'll show you what I really like and what doesn't play me, and I know that it's inexpensive. It's the Wet n Wild eyeshadows. Now these eyeshadows are so good. This is a dupe for the Modern Renaissance from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is a dupe for Soft Glam from Anastasia Beverly Hills. These two are just amazing. I just love how it blends. I kind of like these better than the Bite Size Elf. Honestly, these are just everything, and I like the size, and you get a lot of eyeshadows for the size and for the price. I never use this on camera, so we're gonna do this, and the palette is Rose in the Air. So I love me a good Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. So this is how it looks like right here. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so I really need to wash my brushes, like no cap. So take your favorite blending brush. You can use any blending brush. We are going to go in with this color right here. That will be the first blend. We're not going to do anything too crazy, but we're just going to tap it into the lids. Let's tap it in. And what I like about this is that it's just so pigmented. I like to tap first sometimes to get the most pigment out of the eyeshadow, and then kind of just go back and forth at the edges just to buff it out. This is a really nice color. I really love this color. And kind of just buff out the ends because this is a little harsh. I'm gonna put this color right in the crease. And then we're gonna use the same brush, girl. So you just wanna put that in the crease, back and forth, one swiper motion, just to warm up that color, and then just put that in that outer corner or the outer V. Just swirl that around. It's gonna do the same for this eye as well. Start in the crease, back and forth. One swiper motion, back and forth. Start in the outer V. Kind of just deepen that as well. Now we're just gonna take a small detail brush. This is the Morphe M506. Really like that. And then we're gonna go in with that chocolate brown and we're gonna work it right into the outer corners. We're gonna start here. Just to start deepen everything to give it a little bit of a definition. Just right in the corners, right here. I really like the e.l.f. glitters that they have, which is like a dupe for the Stylist glitters. I like it. I'm obsessed with Flirty Birdie. This is my favorite one, but we're gonna do another color. Let's do the Copper Pop, which is that one, and we're just gonna place that all over the lids. If you love a good glitter, this will be your jam. I love a good glitter. Ooh, oh my god, guys, look at that. You could just put that directly in the eye. What I like to do is, like, I like to take a flat brush, which I'm trying to look for one. Take a flat brush, any brush you want, kind of just place that all over, like just blend it all over the lid. I love that. Take a little bit more and kind of just blend that all over. Love it. I don't know, I feel like glitter just makes everything look good, you know? And just flatten it out and just kind of just spread it all over. So this is how it's looking so far. Really nice. Going back in with this, with the M506 brush and kind of just deepening that outer corner just a little bit so we could see that brown. Just a little bit. The eyeliner that I love, liquid liner that I love, is the NYX matte liquid liner. You get this at the drugstore. This is probably like $6 or $7. I absolutely love this liner. Like, I can't even use any other drugstore liners but this. I love it. So we're just going to just line right here. So I don't have a specific, or I don't have like a specific trick or anything to line and make the perfect liner. I kind of just start out on the lash line. I don't know why, but I always have to do like this. I don't know why. It's just something that I've been doing for years. But I start in the lash line and kind of just curve it upwards a little bit. You don't want like a thick liner, but I just curve it upwards like that. I'll go from right here where my lashes end, right here, right at the end right here, and kind of just extend it a little bit and go upwards. See how I'm flicking it up like that? I go down and kind of just connect everything that I did. And then fill in everything. And if you mess up, that's okay, because you could just take concealer or your cosmetic wipes to kind of, you know, clean it up. if you want to. I'm telling you guys, it's super hard to do your wing liner on camera. It's not the best wing liner that I've done, but it's as good as it's gonna get in camera. Usually when I do my liners, I kind of just hold my breath and just like, that's what I do. So for me to talk while doing this, I give myself mad props, okay? Mad props. Okay, so yeah, so this is how it looks like. It's not even, but whatever, I'm satisfied for today. The lashes will just kind of just help it out a little bit. Now we're gonna go in with lashes. I love a good Ardell lashes. My favorite Ardell lashes is the double wispies. That's the only one that I would wear. Salon Perfect has really dope lashes as well. This is the 661 lashes, which I like. I think I'm gonna wear that. I'm gonna put them on. They're super natural. I love a good natural lash, especially if you're a beginner. You don't want to go too crazy on your lashes because when first time lash users, it feels a little heavy. So you always want to tend to use something with like a thin lash and that's affordable and that is flexible as well. I love Salon Perfects. This is the 661. This is what I use on my clients as well. Super natural. I love it. If you're a first time user, I feel like this will be definitely the jam for you guys. It'll be really good. So I'll be back in a second. I'm just gonna apply the lashes and then we're gonna move on to the face. Okay, so lashes are complete. So before we put on foundation or prime the skin or anything like that, you always want to make sure you moisturize the skin. Use your favorite moisturizer. I have a lot of pores in the skin, and one of my favorite primers that I like to put on the face is my Poreless Putty primer. This is how it looks like right here. Just your simple primer. You just want to take your finger. Some people take their brushes and just reapply like a clean brush, but I just take my fingers and just put it in areas that I know that I have a lot of pores, which is in the center area. So right here where I'm applying is where I have a lot of pores. And I like to put some in the forehead as well because why not? Kind of just blend everything out. Now for foundation. So you guys see me use this a lot, which is my NYX Born to Glow Radiant Foundation. I'm in the color Almond. I love this foundation. This is only $10 and it's amazing, absolutely amazing. But I'm not gonna use it today because I feel like I use this all the time, but this is an option for you guys. But I'm gonna use the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. Now when I used this in the past, I was in the shade 09 Tan, but when I went to Amazon, I see that they expanded their collection. It's been a while since they did that. I'm just really late in the game, but I decided to get a shade Golden Tan, which is the number 10, and I'm just gonna apply it all over the face. It has a slight fragrance to it, so if you guys don't like that, then I don't think this will be a jam. But honestly, I don't mind a scent to a foundation. Doesn't really bother me. I'm taking my Morphe M6 brush, which I really like, and kind of just blend everything out. Now we're gonna go back in with my Milani's Conceal and Perfect concealer in natural sand. And we're just going to apply it. I love this freaking concealer. Like, I didn't even know I would love this so much, you know? Kind of just do all of that. I'm just gonna take my L'Oreal Infallible concealer in Almond, and I'm just gonna put a little, like just a dot, like just a dot, a little bit, just to add a little bit of coverage. Go in with my sponge a little bit and kind of just blend everything out. Do you see this concealer? I don't think you know. Just mixing those two. It's really nice. Yeah. Now we're going to go back in with my Fit Me powder, loose powder in medium, and we're just going to kind of just set underneath. I do a light bake a little bit. A little bit. You don't want to do too much. So my favorite powder to set for the entire face is my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the color 334 Warm Sand. Like, this is like a dupe for the MAC Studio Fix press powder. This is everything. This is such a good powder. I love it. So I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. So I'm gonna be taking my Morphe E3 brush, which is like a nice, really nice fluffy brush. We're just going to, you know, just tap the whole thing into the face. Just tap that product into the face, and then we're just going to wipe away that setting powder. Okay, looking a little bit white, but it's okay. Now we're gonna do bronzer. We're gonna mix in these two bronzers. I'm gonna start out with this first, and then we're gonna deepen the bronzers in the hollows of the cheeks right over here a little bit later. So let's do that. We're just gonna take an angle brush. Take your favorite angle brush. I'm gonna take this angle brush that I absolutely love and kind of just warm up the skin, which I desperately need. I love this powder for bronzer. Very nice. See how nice that is? And I kind of just, sometimes I kind of just take whatever axis and kind of just drag it down my nose just to give my nose a little bit of color. You don't want I don't want my nose to look a little flat and lost in the foundation and concealer and powder and all that stuff. So, and then we're gonna go in with the Milani bronzer. This is optional. You don't really need to go in with two bronzers or anything like that, but I just want to show you what I would do if I'm just doing my makeup. You could choose one or the other, but this is a little darker, so I like to just put it right here. Just right here. I don't want to drag it all the way downward, you know what I mean? So I just kind of just put it and keep it in that area right here. I don't put it in my forehead or anything like that because I feel like it's a little too dark and I want my bronzer to look a little natural, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? A little. But here, I don't mind it being a little dark. Getting the Fit Me again. Okay. And we're just gonna cut it. When it comes to blushes, I'm a creature of habit. I don't really venture out with blushes. If I like something, I'm just gonna keep buying it and reuse it. I have two blushes that I absolutely love. I have the NYX Sweet Chicks, and I use this a lot in my channel. It's in Citron Rose. I love this. So this is an option for you guys if you like it, and if you're my skin tone, this will look beautiful on you. Or I love this blush Trio palette. It's Milani's Fluoro Fantasy, and I just like to take all three and just wipe it into my cheeks. Since I use this a lot all the time, I'm just going to use this palette because I really don't showcase this palette a lot, and I really like it. Milani does really nice blushes. If you're starting out, definitely Milani. NYX have beautiful blushes, and they're very affordable. So I kind of just take all three and kind of just swipe it in and kind of just tap it into the cheeks. See how pigmented that is? Love it. One of my first setting sprays that I ever used was the Milani Make It Last spray, which I absolutely love. They have smaller sizes, but I wanted to get the double size because, girl, I'm a makeup fiend, and the little one just lasts a week and a half for me. So I got the double size, and I'm super excited that they do have it in the double size. This spray is so good. It's one of my favorite sprays, period. Now we're gonna go in with highlighter. Now, out of all the Drugstore's highlighters that I ever tried before, this is the best highlighter in the Drugstore. Like, it's amazing. I don't care what anybody says. I love this highlighter. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter in molded gold. Girl, like, girl, it's a good highlighter. I'm just saying. Look, hold on. Look. It just melts in the skin. Look at the girl. I like, this is amazing. I'm just gonna put some in the brows a little bit, just underneath the brows, just to give it a highlight. I don't normally do this all the time, but girl, why not, right? Why not, for the sake of the video. Just gonna put a little liner underneath the eyes. I'm taking my Trendsetter liner from Morphe. It's like a colored pencil. It's a nice rich brown. I don't want to do a black. It's too harsh. I feel like a brown kind of just softens everything. I'm just putting that underneath my eye, just to have a completed eye look, you know. We're gonna go in with lips right now. We're gonna use Rimmel London's liner. It's in the drugstore. You can tell I love it because it's like pretty much little at the moment. And this is in Coffee Bean. It's like a nice, rich, red undertone brown that I really, really like. Okay, it's not bad. I'm not mad at it. It's a little different from what I normally do. So we're gonna do a gloss because I am a glossy mommy. So this is the Rimmel London's lip glosses. So I got two right here. I got the Non-Stop Glamour, and then I got a really nice pinky one right here. I think this would be more appropriate, or the pink. I'm not too sure what. Let's do this one. This is nice and creamy. It's not goopy as well. Nice. Non-Stop Glamour. Yeah, this is a really nice gloss. I like it. Let's do one more spritz of Make It Last from Milani. Love this spray. Okay guys, so this is how everything turned out. I'm obsessed with this whole look. Like, you don't really need to buy expensive stuff in order to achieve a really nice makeup application. You know what I mean? These are some products here that I absolutely love, and it just worked out. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to spend a lot of money. I'm really feeling myself. Okay. If you are just starting out, I'm telling you guys, Drugstore is where it's at. You can play around with makeup. You can find out what you like and don't like, and you are not spending a lot of money in the process. So that's a plus. I hope that this video helped you guys out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe before you go, guys. That'll be great. And I'll see you guys in a few days with another video. Bye, guys.